Number one, it is Team Queso versus Top of Japan. Here we go.
Oh man, Team Queso has been flying high ever since they qualified on day one. But you know, Top of Japan over here, looking to bring Team Queso down to earth.
Not bad at all. Fun fact, so Top of Japan has the second highest defensive rating in the four clans. So they're known for their amazing bases, but also they have the highest offensive rating. They are the highest percentage attackers of everybody here in the playoffs.
Well, get ready, because here comes Sterdom, and he had a triple in qualifying, so watch out as he goes in against Almolen's base right here. Another pretty spread out, pretty concentrated walls in the center, Klaus.
You notice that those walls are very, very tight. All the defense is very, very close. You can tell that they're either not too worried about that Electro Dragon attack, or they have a whole bunch of traps set up just right to catch all of those E-Drags in action and surprised.
Yep, well, P.e.k.ka's in bowler, so not surprised to see a P.e.k.ka smash. It's kind of been the word of the weekend so far, the meta that's developing internationally. You see that pretty much everywhere from these attackers. And there comes your Archer Queen, getting ready to make that charge inward. Once the funnel on her right, already clear with the Baby Dragon and the Loons.
Note that the funnel on the left-hand side only made with a couple of troops. I mean, you got a minion and an archer, and that's only 3 troop spaces. So to get an entire corner funneled out just with those troops is very impressive.
Sterdom absolutely studied this base and saw that there was some vulnerability out there. There's going to be 4 structures that go down to those 2 units, Klaus, you're right. Here comes a P.e.k.ka just to make sure the Queen is going to behave. P.e.k.ka's going to clean out some other structures. Archer Queen already up to that wall, and here come the rest of the P.e.k.kas in behind and the bowlers.
Ooh, so the very nice even deployment of the bowlers. This is because there's a few buildings on the outside as well, and he wants a few to go around the corner, but most of them to follow that jump spell in toward that town hall.
Yeah, Barb King at the very bottom. That's going to help make sure those bowlers kind of head in towards the inside, and sure enough, most of them did. There's the Archer Queen taking down that Lava Hound. Units starting to head for the Town Hall. A lot of bowlers went outside though, Klaus. There goes your Town Hall for the first star. Second star, 50%. Well on his way right now.
In the past, we said that 50%, that 2 stars, what they're coming for, but you know, with the average total destruction being over 80% for every single one of these clans, they're looking to top that. They want that 85, they want that 90. No, they want that 3.
Sterdum's looking for the triple right here, and down goes the Stone Slammer. Haste spell for the balloons. That's going to get them in after that multi-target Inferno. A couple of Wizard Towers are going to spell destruction for those balloons. If he's not careful, they are down, they're out of here, but the Queen is still up. Now she's got 2 Inferno Towers and an Expo. She quickly fell right there despite the healers nearby.
Ouch, you saw the healers. They switched over. They were interested in the Queen, then they went over to the Warden for a moment. The Queen died, and then healers looked back like, oops, sorry about that.
Yep, so Sterdom just now passing 70%, obviously hoping to grab more percentage than this. The Warden by himself pretty much just going to try to poke away at some of these structures. Maybe he's avenging the Queen there, Klaus, because, you know, the Queen kind of got wiped out, but oh, so did the Warden. Regrettably, that core right there, that was a tough spot. You had 2 Inferno Towers, 2 Expos, just the center of doom right there. So now it's up to Sterdom to pick up a few more defenses on that outside.
You know, it's always tough when you're hitting a base that has so many small, tiny little compartments, because you can get stuttered on those max walls so fast, and then you get completely stopped. You can't go any further until you blast through them. That's generally why those P.e.k.kas are in those armies, Galadon, but you got to have them under rage or they're way too slow.
Exactly, and so here we are with about 6 seconds left. Doesn't look like we'll see any more structures, 75%. A good start for Sterdom on top of Japan, but you know they were shooting for a triple to open things up here.
Absolutely, with 75%, that is by 5% Sterdom's lowest percent. But we got to remember that we're in the playoffs, so the defense is going to be significantly higher, and the nerves are definitely way worse.
Yeah, if there were nerves in qualifying, they're going to be accelerated here because the pressure has really mounted, especially in this format. We're looking at, there's no wondering what the other clans are scoring. It's all about head-to-head competition, Team Queso and Top of Japan.
Almawalin now starting this off, and of his entire team, he is the underdog here. He's got a 69% overall total destruction, so we're definitely looking to see something epic from him to make that comeback.
Well, I'm looking for an epic base design right here from Ayase, Top of Japan. These guys holding amazing defenses, so we'll watch as that coconut loon goes out there. Or maybe that was designed to pick up a specific defense on its way in as well. Doesn't quite get to the mortar, but you've got a king and the queen both down already, and there you can see the funnel being completed on the top side by the baby dragon.
That's right. The balloon at the very beginning, there, as you can see with the destruction on the left corner, there was a Tesla corner in the corner.
Yeah, that wasn't coconut.
He happened to actually catch it and be able to wipe it out before it ruined his funnel.
So that was quick reaction right there. Got to be ready for those troll Teslas on the corner. Beautiful funnel right here for the Archer Queen. So she is clearly in exactly where Almalin wants her. There's your first rage spell. That's going to get those healers healing her up as she's facing 4 or 5 different defenses right there and just about to trigger that defensive Archer Queen.
Just a fun note, Galadon, that King wrapped all the way around the base and came around the other corner. I mean, this guy is a race car driver getting it done, taking that left turn over and over again, getting all the percentage. You gotta love whenever those Kings get way more value than you're expecting.
Yeah, he went a long ways, completed a lot right there, and here comes the Archer Queen finally triggering that Clan Castle out. She's within range of the Eagle Artillery. Poison spell down. There's another rage spell. Look at those healers are all down, Klaus. We lost the healers and the Queen, unfortunately. Here comes the remainder of the attack.
That value that they just lost, the healers and the Queen, now the Laloon has to be deployed just to save the 2-star. That was very unfortunate for Al-Mualim, but hopefully things can make a comeback as, you know, he's trying to help out his clan as best as he can.
Eagle Artillery continues to rain down, but the Town Hall has activated, and there's your Warden ability, so the Town Hall easily down for the 2nd star. 3rd star looks like it's out of the question right here, Klaus. That Eagle really needed to go down to the Archer Queen early in this attack.
And that's the case for every attack. That Eagle Artillery is an absolute brute, but if you can take it out, then you're in a pretty good position to at least have cleanup.
Oh, the last
the entire
balloon
thing.
Just barely got the Eagle Artillery down, Klaus. That last balloon just did it. It's not going to make the difference between 2 and 3, but maybe grab a few more percentage points on this back end. Closing in on 70, hoping to pass at least Stardom 75.
Absolutely. So with the percentages now mounting, unfortunately, that Tesla at the very top, that's going to slow down the minions at the top from getting more and more percentage. They're going to hit that roadblock, but at least he's going to be very, very close. And it looks like Team Queso on top of Japan. Same with Stars so far.
So
the total
close right here.
Very, very close.
72, trying to get that last Elixir Collector. Got it down for 73.
Ooh.
And that is it. So 73%, the answer from Al-Mualim, within 2% of top of Japan's opening attack.
These clans neck and neck, 73, 75. It's still anyone's game by far, and they know that every single second of these attacks count, every troop, and it was really unfortunate. Imagine what would have happened if his Queen hadn't have died early.
Well, what happened right there, Klaus, it appeared that the Queen would have taken the Inferno Tower down. He needed to get that Queen to take the Inferno Tower down quickly, but she retargeted the Lava Hound. Once she did that, it was all over.
But I don't think he got the Queen's ability off. That's the problem. And if you miss your Queen's ability, I mean, that's probably the single most important button that you can press whenever you're doing attacks. So I'm not sure. You know, confirm that if you can for me, Galadon, but it just didn't look like it went his way.
I didn't catch that one either, actually, if the Queen's ability was grabbed or not. But now it's Ayase's turn, top of Japan, after Fed of Team Queso.
Look at all the archers springing around the base. You know, all of the buildings that are able to be hit by ground without a single defense hitting them. So that's buildings, every single building. We've estimated about 100 buildings and over 250 troops, so that if you can take out one building with a 1 capacity troop, you're getting major value out of those troops.
And that's exactly what's happening at the 12 o'clock and the 9 o'clock positions right now, picking up some free buildings. And then is that Valkyrie's coming in on the right-hand side, going to work over there. Going to help with the funnel there for the Archer Queen, who already is going to need that heal spell to keep those healers healing her, get her back up. She's moving in. She's got that Wizard Tower down. Still several defenses that are firing on her. Now there's the rest of the troops moving in. You can kind of see where this is headed right at the Town Hall. There's your jump spell. Units are going to get in, get that Town Hall down, and hopefully for Ayase right after, get the Eagle Artillery as well.
There we go. So it looked a little scary, but that King finally got that edge funneled out nicely, so all of the troops are running in. They hit that tornado trap, which is very unfortunate for them, but it doesn't last quite as long as it used to, so that's helpful. But having to pop that Warden's ability early, unfortunately, a lot of troops had to go down to the Giga Bomb.
There's your 2nd star, and the Eagle went down as well, so now we're at 51% Town Hall, so it's clear for 2 stars. There your Tesla farm popping up in the back. That's going to be a lot of trouble for Ayase, because that's basically the last spot those troops are going to head, and this attack quickly getting stalled, still in the 50s. He's got a lot of P.e.k.kas in the middle, and they did jump out right there, Klaus.
It's good that they got out of there, but man, they're hitting a lot of problems on that other end. That Tesla farm, all 5 Teslas are hammering that P.e.k.ka as it tries to get through the wall. So it was really unfortunate for the P.e.k.ka and unfortunate for Ayase, who is statistically their 2nd best player with an overall percentage of 91. So is he going to be able to get anywhere close to that in this attack, though?
Well, he's cracked 70. Stone Slammer went down to the bottom. The balloons got the haste spell there, got them a couple extra structures, but now we're just down to clean up heroic minions and archers doing the best they can to try to get him at least up to maybe 75 or so.
There's so many of them. It's like group shopping. It's like they're all trying to just get as much as they can before the timer counts down to see who wins.
Well, it's 45 seconds. There's a lot of time left, and there's several units, and they're doing their best teaming up right here. Now, it's not often a team that you see with the archer and the minion, and there's a last-second wizard. He didn't last long.
No, he didn't, but that is the highest percentage that we've seen so far with 78% two-star. They definitely needed that because now they've pushed their percentage advantage just slightly ahead of Team Queso.
Yep, so with 78% from Ayase, again, watching the end right here as that Stone Slammer goes down, the haste spell often being placed to help get those loons in after a couple extra defenses.
So Team Queso, known for their offensive capabilities, and top of Japan, known for their base building. This is an offense versus defense war. Let's see who is going to remain king of this particular battle. As we know, we have many more to come here today.
Well, check out this base from Earth of top of Japan, Klaus. This is something that you see often in the game, but maybe slightly different than what we're used to with those 4 centered air defenses.
Michael has gotten himself a 3-star in the past during the qualifier, during the round, Group A, there we go. So excited to see if he's going to be able to pull it off to repeat what he was able to do in the previous attack. And looks like he's coming at this base with Hog Riders. Gotta
love it. The Hog Riders getting ready to roll in, and that is something you often see with a base like this where there's clear paths for those Hog Riders to follow. Just have to worry about those centered Inferno Towers kind of given their own enclosure. The same with the Town Hall. Big concern, making sure the funneling works so that you've got at least some units that go in right after that Town Hall. There, speaking of funneling, Electro Dragon on the left and a balloon to get another corner Tesla.
You know, that one was a coconut loon, and he happened to drop it on the corner, and it happened to catch a Tesla. So that was really, really nice, knowing what possibly could be there, but also just the standard fundamentals of the game. You have to drop that balloon before you drop your important troops like the Electro Dragon.
Yep, and the Electro Dragon got a lot more value because of that, Klaus. In goes the Wall Wrecker right after the Town Hall, so it is about to deploy its Valkyries and a Rage spell. So that Town Hall is about to be history. And the Clan Castle coming out looks like just archers this time. So the defender not choosing to drop a Lava Hound in there.
Wow, so actually that worked out to his favor because he had the Valkyries, which completely wrecked all those archers in there. And then with the poison spell working on those witches, that enemy CC really did nothing of value.
And look at the early Warden ability right there. Helps out against the Eagle Artillery and the Inferno Tower. Hogs kind of making a decision where they want to head. Now they're going after the Eagle. There's some more shots raining down on the Hogs, but there's your last heal spell right out in front. Most of them are going to soak it up. Just a few of them missing. Not a lot of defenses left here, Klaus. They're headed in. Good freeze spell on that Inferno Tower. There's not a lot of defenses. Again, there's a balloon on the backside. It's going to pick up that Tesla. Here come the Hog Riders. They've got the Inferno Tower down. 78%. The pressure is on right now. Michael looking like he might have this. Under a minute left, but so many Hog Riders left, Klaus. They're going to get that last Wizard Tower down. The Wizard Tower is down, and the giant bomb goes off, but the Hog Riders have no defenses left. This is it. This is going to be the first 3-star Team Queso. Michael DP putting it down one more time. 3 stars right here as this attack wraps up. Nobody could stop him.
And that's the 3-star for Michael DP, the first 3-star of the playoffs here in April. Incredible for him to repeat what he managed to do in the previous wars.
Exactly, Klaus. This was not his first 3-star in this weekend's competition. He 3-starred earlier in this base. Some players have seen this before out in the game. It is a familiar layout and absolutely deconstructed. Everything destroyed, and a beautiful 3-star right there to put Team Queso out on top.
Hog Riders, one of the most strategic troops that you can use. I mean, whenever you have a defense like those Inferno Towers inside of those gigantic island bases, that's one of the best troops to use, something that will target defense. So if you get the funnel, you can get in there and get those trick defenses.
It was beautifully funneled. So well executed, just an amazing attack to watch. Gotta love level 9 Hog Riders. So strong right now. And it's up to Toto, not his first appearance here in the World Championship qualifiers. He needs to come back and drop that 3-star to try to even things up.
Absolutely. With 2 attacks in the books for either clan, Team Queso has the advantage right now with that 3-star. 5 stars against 4, obviously with a total destruction spread of 4% as well. So things are looking really, really good for Team Queso, but These guys are all very, very capable of 3-starring, and it could easily swing the other direction in just anywhere.
Stone Slammer, watch it open the walls right there. Beautiful move as it dropped right on top of the Grand Warden, and that opened the walls for the Archer Queen. And the Barb King, his job is to make sure that the Queen turns right here and goes after that Town Hall. There, of course, beautiful freeze spell. Check out the freeze from the Ice Golem, Klaus.
Absolutely, and you were saying that it's the King's job to make sure the Queen doesn't go around. It was also the enemy's skeleton trap that caused the Queen to follow inside, so that was a really unlucky for the defender and very lucky for the attacker.
Yep, and again, this time when you do see the Lava Hound, there's a patiently placed poison spell right there waiting for that Lava Hound. You've got to make sure it's centered so that those pups soak up a lot of the poison. That's going to speed things up, as does looks like 2 archers and 1 minion, Klaus, as they get in 36%. Town Hall is down, but he's far from the 2nd star.
Oof, it's rough to watch, but this Queen has walked her healer straight into a multi-targeting Inferno. We've been hammering on this for quite some time now. That is one of the worst things that can happen to your Queen Walk, but there it goes. It's down, and she seems to have kept at least most of her healers.
Yep, and here come your Hog Riders, bottom of the base, 6 o'clock. Toto dropping him down, moving in. He's got 2 heal spells remaining and 2 freeze spells as well. Here comes the heal. Giant Bomb. Hogs right into it, and the freeze on the Eagle Artillery. It did get 1 shell off. It's going to drop, not do much damage as the Hogs move forward, and they do take out the Eagle next. There's your last heal spell, Klaus. This is the last hope to keep those Hogs up.
This is
Get some health back.
It's an absolute surge of troops, and the heal spells plays perfectly to defend against the multi-infernos, and the Queen still being alive is absolutely
Queen is
crucial.
alive, and her healers are there. You can hear Top of Japan getting excited. This could be the answer right here. 84%. Check out the cleanup troops at the bottom of the screen and on the right. Nothing's going to stop this attack from Toto. He's got tons of Hog Riders left. Every single defense is down. The Archer Queen's turning. Everybody's going to head after the Clan Castle right now. 97%. Plenty of time. Here they come. The Troll freeze spell on the Clan Castle, and the immediate answer from Toto and Top of Japan. Another 3-star, Klaus.
The triple response by Top of Japan. You couldn't ask for a better one. You couldn't ask for us to write something this good. They are making it happen right here today. Toto answered the call, and I was about to say, actually, he was one of the lower percentagers for his clan. He just proved us all wrong, and the statistics wrong
Maybe he heard you, Klaus. Maybe he heard that, and he absolutely came back and answered with an incredible attack. And you can see Team Queso, they're still excited off that last 3-star from my call, but this triple from Toto, immediately answering the triple from Team Queso, absolutely keeps this competition neck and neck.
Neck and neck is what we like to watch, of course, but you know these teams would rather pull out way ahead. So right now the teams, they're both probably sweating it out. You know, for just a moment there, Team Queso felt comfortable, and then they're back in the burner. So let's see what they're able to pull across here with what looks like is going to be a Queen Walk La Luna attack.
I like it. Rigo Torres 23 getting ready to put it down, and this is definitely a high 3-star style attack. Archer Queen's got to get in, get that Inferno Tower down. Good, as you can see, again, burning on the healers. She's going to get it down quickly, though.
That's right. With that King creating the funnel on the right-hand side, it was funny because there was a potential for a wall breaker fail, and it went through, and you could hear the defending clan just exclaim their disdain for what had happened. They wanted that wall breaker fail because that can completely throw off an entire attack. So fortunate for Team Queso, but unfortunate for the defender so far.
Yeah, it's rare that you see wall breaker fails at this level, but when it does happen, it's absolutely tragic. Now the Archer Queen dealing with defenses also has to deal with that Lava Hound and a ton of archers. But notice the poison spell quickly takes the archers out of the equation.
That's right. That Lava Hound is the main source of frustration for the attacker right now because it's just a huge time waste. And you can see with that extra minion popping in to help out with the lava pups that are terrorizing the healers right now. Thanks for the backup, little guy.
Yeah, that's a big stall. There's the jump spell, so you can see exactly where Rigo Torres wants that Queen to go. She needs to get in and get that Eagle Artillery, Klaus. She's not there yet, and her health super low. Another defense locked onto her. There goes the cannon. She should be heading that way eventually. Still barely holding on. Look, he hasn't used the ability yet. Now the Expo's on her. She just barely pops the Eagle, the Queen's ability in time as the Eagle goes down at that same moment.
That Queen has gotten so much value so far, Galadon. I mean, it is incredible. Now we have A unfortunate, all those balloons going down, but they got the town hall, so that looked like it was part of the plan. Rigo's highest percentage in this entire competition has been 80%, so I'm sure he's looking to top that today.
Well, we're down to the final minute. You can see the tension on Rigo Torres' face as he's reacting to what's happening here. The balloons are moving in through the haze spells. He's got the Warden ability and one haze spell left, but the Warden has stayed behind with the minions. Maybe too many minions deployed to the top, Klaus?
Absolutely. That Warden has decided that couple of minions are more important than the balloons that are wiping out this defense. So right now, all we have here is a couple of balloons still waiting to be deployed, but an entire backside of the base with 2 air defenses. There's literally no chance that this is going to be a triple, unless that Warden's ability is amazing.
Such a shame to see the Warden's ability just about completely wasted right here. He tried to use it here to see if those balloons can get in after that one wizard tower, and they do indeed get on top of it. They are going to get it down. But you're right, Klaus. Check out the Tesla farm, bottom left. Again, one of the most unpredictable things about bases like this, especially when you have this little time to prepare, is where do you try to figure out your opponent has dropped the Teslas?
That is a lightning wall for sure, but with Rigo Torres grabbing 88%, that is his highest percentage and definitely will help out his clan, but it was definitely not the 3-star that they were looking for to get ahead.
Nope, that was a great percentage from Rigo Torres, and again, you can see that Town Hall going down for the 1st star right there. The Archer Queen, again, she got great value, but as soon as we noticed how much value she was getting, she was out of there, Klaus.
And that's what you want whenever you're using 4 or 5 healers. That is a ton of troop capacity, and you've got to get the value out of that Queen Walk, and you cannot let your Queen die early because that's way too much of a chunk of your army camps in order to be able to pull off the rest of the attack with the few troops that you have left after all of the healers are used up.
Great point, Klaus. It's all about value. We saw, Klaus was talking about it earlier, we saw Itsu demonstrate it yesterday on the Telestrator, talking about making an effective funnel by using the fewest troop space possible. Definitely something that makes a huge difference in the back end of any attack. Let's watch the beginning of this one as it's Earth from top of Japan.
Speaking of funnel troops, looks like we got a couple of goblins nice and early. You know, top of Japan known for doing this. It was pointed out to us before. That gold mine completely just wasting away right now. And also, hey, note, Earth is their current MVP. He has gotten a 3-star in the past and has that 93% total destruction, so we can expect big things out of this young man.
That's right, and there's innovations like that that are always exciting to see. That's something that has been extremely rarely used in Clash of Clans, and that would be goblins at the front end of an attack to help with the funnel going after those storages, those mines, those drills. That is a fantastic strategy because the goblins will chew right through them.
Look at that deployment of the p.e.k.a. way back there next to the healers to make sure that they won't go for anything else but those external Teslas. Now that they're in the fight, they're going to go straight, because there's nothing left. This funnel is incredible. They're going to go straight toward that Town Hall.
Good point, Klaus. Every single unit laser focused right here on that Town Hall enclosure, and look, as there's a second jump spell. Nowhere else for them to go, but take that 1st star with the Town Hall, and now the Clan Castle comes out. Looks like Baby Dragon, Witch, and Archers this time.
Now watch for that Eagle Artillery going down on some bounce damage and that Queen being engaged too. This is an incredible attack, as well as the beginning section. The first 50% has already taken out many of the major defenses on the base.
And there's your late Stone Slammer, about 7 o'clock, goes directly in after that Inferno Tower. That is such a great strategy to watch as well. Lots of units still in the core. We're only at 57%. The attack going well, but watch for those healers, where they're targeting and what they are keeping up. The Barb King seems to be leading the way right now, Klaus.
Absolutely brilliant, where he deployed his Stone Slammer. All those defenses were distracted. It's like the cops weren't watching, and here he comes sneaking in, taking some stuff, and that stuff is the percentage. Amazing that Stone Slammer still has yet to be popped.
Stone Slammer still up, and check out the Archer Queen. She gets down some critical defenses right here before she finally expires to that Inferno Tower. Can the Stone Slammer move in? No, not quite, but check the rage spell, the haze spell into the Inferno Tower, the air defense, the cannon, the Expo. There are tons of defenses going down right there.
This is looking very, very nice for him right now, with all of the defenses down with p.e.k.a. and nothing inside of the walls, and p.e.k.a. with healers on them. Galadon, this is looking like a complete overkill.
Earth looks completely relaxed right now. You can hear top of Japan as every last structure is going down. There's only one air targeting defense. Tons of units closing in on what is left of this base. 93%, they're laughing, they're celebrating, they're joking. They know there's nothing that's going to stop Earth right now. He kicks back, the final structure's going down. 3 stars. Top of Japan showing why they are some of the best players in their country and in the world, Klaus. Another triple.
Amazing that they've put up 2 triples now. Earth, a well-known 3-star attacker, proving it today under the lights in the stress. Now top of Japan having 2 3-stars and Team Queso only having 1. That really squeezes the orange on Team Queso.
Again, like Klaus pointed out at the beginning of that attack, the funnel was flawless. Every single unit right in after that town hall, and I love this late Stone Slammer strategy, going in and getting down a possible stray multi-target Inferno. That is Earth's second 3-star this weekend.
Absolutely. Now with this coming up, you can see it. All the entire Team Queso, their faces drop. They don't know what's going to come next. All they have to do is attack with the very best skills that they can and try to get this 3-star just to tie with top of Japan. This is just incredible.
And maybe a little bit of psychological warfare going on right here as top of Japan is continuing to chatter back there, continuing to celebrate even as Team Queso gets into their next attack. Super excited about back-to-back 3-star attacks. There is a ton of pressure right here on Fed as he gets this attack started. Again, King funneling the Archer Queen. Notice he's funneling her away from the Town Hall this time, Klaus.
That's right. This is an interesting direction to go, but you know, he's got some sort of plan. He's going to try to get some air defenses or some wizard towers or whatever, because you can see there we have some Laloon coming in right now.
They got through the wall. Wall breakers got through the wall they needed to help that Archer. We check, there's a second set of wall breakers. Watch the rage. See if the wall breakers can get to that interior wall, and they just get through it. Well, Wizard Tower almost, but with a rage spell, the wall breaker is able to get into a critical compartment of the base. That is going to allow Fed to get to the Archer Queen and, of course, that defensive Clan Castle.
Man, that was incredible uses of the wall breakers. I mean, Fed has yet to 3-star in this event, but I have a feeling that with a start like that, with some fancy wall breakering, he's definitely capable, and he needs to.
And the precision that you have to drop a wall breaker right there in that specific spot so that it doesn't go to a different enclosure, maybe the cannon enclosure, the Archer Tower enclosure, that is absolute just surgery right there on this base.
And that surgery looks like it's going to be a success for him so far. Fed using this Queen Walk to potentially get all 4 air defenses. Look at this, Galadon. 2 air defenses on the bottom. He's already taken out 1, and there's another one on the left.
All 4 air defenses and the Town Hall is what the Archer Queen is going after. Here comes your Stone Slammer at the top. It's going to go right after that multi-target Inferno as well. Now the Eagle is finally activated, but check out this army of balloons. It is a balloon parade at the top of this base. They're going to wipe out everything and move right after that Eagle Artillery. There it goes. It is not long-lived. Out of here goes the Eagle Artillery. And the Archer Queen, she's down there on the Town Hall. So much going on at once right here, Klaus.
With only 1 haste spell left, I'm getting a little worried. There's a lot of base left, but with that Queen Walk really charging strong and the incredible use of that Stone Slammer as a Lava Hound earlier, basically, this is a brilliant attack from Fed.
Watch the Warden's ability there triggered, getting over that last air defense like Klaus pointed out. The Archer Queen did use her ability as well. 64%, but notice all of the critical defenses are already gone, Klaus. The Expo is out of here. Now they're starting to get animated as you've got a lot of balloons left and no splash damage. Klaus, I don't see a Wizard Tower. I don't see a Tesla left right now. There is just this Archer Tower. It is down. Bottom right, you've got, is that the last defenses? 2 cannons at the bottom of your screen and a mortar. 23 seconds, and that's why you don't hear Team Queso celebrating, because there is not enough time on the clock right now. Way too many defenses as we crest 80%. Not going to happen. Such a beautiful attack, but not quite executed quickly enough, Klaus.
That is one of the biggest problems with the Queen Walk, is that it severely slows down attacks. We've experienced that with the Queen Walk Minor. We've experienced that with the Queen Walk, like the P.e.k.a. Smash, and now we've seen it with Queen Walk Laloon. The time was the problem. If it weren't for the clock, that would have easily been a triple.
Army composition, approach, everything except for the execution of time was brilliant, was flawless from Fed, and the celebration you can hear is from top of Japan. Those guys are so excited right now because they held off what was absolutely going to be a 3-star. Incredibly close right there, and you know, the finesse, the minor details, the changes in a base like that that make for the difference. Close and heartbreaking.
Extremely close. You can see with 4 attacks in the books here, Team Queso barely under in total destruction, but top of Japan does have that star. So if top of Japan here if they do not get the 3-star, then Team Queso still has a chance to catch up with a 3-star of their own. If p.e.k.a. can get a triple, then that pretty much puts it in the books.
Good point, Klaus. So p.e.k.a could ice the victory right here with a 3-star victory. And again, it looks like some p.e.k.a smash. Check out the ice golem. You know what Itsu told me the other day? He said, if you're not using an ice golem, at least one ice golem in your attack, you're not a pro. I heard Itsu say that. So watch for the ice golem and where it is deployed. And they are absolutely, actually, I think he specifically meant that when he was talking about bats, though. Let me back up just a step, because Itsu, he's kind of head and shoulders above me when it comes to war strategy. It's almost like he's speaking a different language.
We're trying to keep up here. But yes, with the Ice Golem, it's basically having another free spell, so it's very useful with the bats. But notice this attack does not have any bats. This is meant to be just a full-fledged get in there and wipe out the base, gut it from the inside, and blast it from the out.
Yep. There goes your Ice Golem early on. That's going to help stall the defenses in the area, and of course that Barbarian King. So great move right there, prevents a huge amount of damage from being done to the Barb King. His ability is activated, and notice we are already 1/3 of the way through this base, Klaus, with just over a minute and a half remaining.
Notice we mentioned earlier also those delayed Stone Slammers, and this is the case here today. We're going to see another delayed Stone Slammer. Very curious to see which direction that little guy's going to come from.
If you look at all the funneling at 6 o'clock, moving up towards 9 o'clock, it almost seems for sure that we'll see a Stone Slammer coming at the Inferno Tower on the right-hand side. It beat me to it, but I was going to say that.
No, I heard
as it comes directly at that Inferno Tower. Takes it down. There's your 2nd star from p.e.k.a. Queen still doing well, and the healers look healthy, Klaus, hanging out right behind the Queen and the Warden.
But that's unfortunate that the healers, it looks like 2 of them have kind of jumped onto the kill squad, but 2 of them have stayed on the Queen. And, you know, like we've said, generally speaking, you want those healers to hop onto your kill squad. You want them to get onto your bowlers and your p.e.k.a. Otherwise, the attack kind of runs out of gas there.
Beautiful freeze on the Inferno Tower, and that Wizard Tower right there lets the loons out of the Stone Slammer get to work, and they get all of those defenses down in the area. Great job in there. Still up the loon on the far right. Can't quite get the Wizard Tower down. So watch out for the Wizard Tower and that Tesla on the far right, as this attack looks like it's wrapping up. But sometimes with p.e.k.a Smash, it's hard to tell. If you've got a group of p.e.k.as together, they can get a long ways through a base.
They're going to get a lot of percentage, I think. This Queen still has their special ability, but with only 30 seconds left, I do not see this wrapping up to be a triple.
Nope, p.e.k.a from top of Japan at this point, just hoping for percentage again. 71, creeping up slowly. He's got the cleanup troops on the outside. So, not able to ice the victory right here. But again, the pressure will be on Team Queso to answer with a 3-star. But this attack is also critical because he needs to keep those percentages up. Both of these clans have shown that they could drop a triple at any moment, Klaus.
p.e.k.a.'s lowest percentage coming into this was 83. Looks like he's going to be just under that. But again, that's a testimony to literally these bases are epic. And it's not easy to pull off these triples. We're seeing a lot today, honestly. But it's just really, really difficult to get. You got to have a little luck and a whole lot of skill.
Absolutely, and a well-planned attack. And you can see on that right-hand side, the balloons got in. They got that Archer Tower down, but there was an unfortunate Tesla right there. Those are the type of things that players plan for. They know if I drop a certain number of loons here, it can get through, you know, X, Y, or Z defense. The Tesla, kind of an unknown factor there, definitely messed things up. And that's part of the reason that Wizard Tower stood.
Ooh, so Oskivum is their final attacker for Team Queso, and Oskivum is currently the MVP of the entire rounds from A and B with an average total destruction of 99, 2 out of 3 3-stars, and the other one was a 97. So if there's anybody in the league right now that's going to pull off a triple and get his clan back in, it's him.
Oskivum, 100%, 100%, 97%. His 3 attacks so far. He is absolutely the anchor player for Team Queso right here. And you can tell these Team Queso teammates are ready. They're prepared. He's got a spotter behind him. He's focused right here. Archer Queen making that move, and she's got the heal spell there, making sure to get those healers, getting her heal back up as she gets through a couple of key defenses.
We got another p.e.k.a smash that Queen Walk obviously geared toward going toward the Town Hall. Going to secure that 2-star at least, but they've got to get the 3-star to win. And if they do, then they will win in the total destruction because it will be tied up 12-12. So let's see. It all comes down to this attack from Oskivum. He's the guy for the job, and that's why they saved him. Saving the best for last.
Yeah, save the best for last. And that wall record gets through the wall, opens up. Check out the freeze spell up there on that air defense as the healers are still moving in on top of everybody. Another freeze on the multi-target in front of the right. Unit stalled by the tornado trap and by the lava pups from the Lava Hound.
You know, that queen is going untouched right now. Usually you would see a poison spell over the queen or a freeze, as the queen was really near an eagle artillery. There's a lot of value there, but they get through it all, and right now we're seeing that classic problem with this attack, and is that all the troops kind of go into the middle and then spread out on the backside.
Yeah, they've kind of gone out, but they've gotten all of the Inferno towers down. You still see there's a bunch of Archer towers at the top though, Klaus, and again, the units have spread out the Archer Queen. No healers remain, and that's going to be critical because the Archer Queen pops the ability, but she doesn't have much health left at all, even after that ability.
If she had taken that jump spell and went around, this would look very, very differently if she got around that P.e.k.a. But right now, there she goes. She is shot down, and with only a few troops left, there's a whole bunch of point defense up there at the top. So this is looking like it's going to be extremely, extremely close.
You've got a bunch of P.e.k.a. on the right-hand side. The Ice Golem bottom left has stalled. About a minute left, and Oskivum standing up right here as they're closing in. So many units left. Check out the left-hand side is all witches. The right-hand side is all P.e.k.a.s. You've got cleanup troops in behind. They're celebrating already. 55 seconds, 90%. There's just one Tesla left. It is going to go down. Nothing left to stop them. Oskivum has proven his prowess right here, answering with a 3-star that is going to give Team Queso the victory over top of Japan.
Oskivum with another 3-star, celebrating before the entire attack is over. That was incredible, and Team Queso moves on to the finals right now with a tie, 12-12.